Hello, everybody. It's Trisha Lee, and I am here back in Alberta, Canada. Excuse me, I had to take a couple days reprieve there, but we're back on track with part 32 of our series on disruptive technology, and I'm super excited about tonight's hangout. I'm just waiting for Larry Lever to join me. He's my business partner in our recycling company here in Alberta, Canada, as well as a startup company producing a new disruptive technology for solar power. So we have devised these hangouts as a tool both for us and for our viewers and audience to be able to use in assistance with bringing disruptive technology into the marketplace by together the two of us kind of masterminding and making our observations about all the new disruptive technologies that are coming onto the marketplace and the changes that are happening all around us all the time in regards to fast-moving new technology. And we're so excited to be a part of it with our solar power company, and we're super excited to be creating this platform to hopefully help others as well as ourselves get a more clearly defined picture of the marketplace and how implementing disruptive new technologies into the marketplace. There's a lot of moving parts that can get jumbled up in your mind, and it's very helpful for us from a business perspective to be able to get some clarity by looking at other businesses and how they are entering the marketplace as disruptive technology. So like I was saying, I'm super excited about our topic tonight because we are talking about something very near and dear to my heart, because I believe that it is a vital key for one of my missions in life. So people I've heard out there in the world will say crazy things like, who would want to live forever? Why would you want to live forever? Wouldn't that get boring? But actually, I have a better question, which is like, who wouldn't want to do that? Absolutely everybody would. I think every person that's listening to this message right now can think of someone in their life that they lost, whether it's a parent or a grandparent or a friend or a relative that was taken from this world too quickly, and we all feel like, oh, I wish they could live forever, but then we'll go out there and we'll say, well, I wouldn't want to do that, but at the same time, I wish my grandparents were still here because, you know, for them, it would have been awesome if they could have stayed with us. So immortality is a pretty touchy subject. When I talk about it with most people, I get just like glaring look of disapproval and disbelief in the fact that I would even consider that that could be a possibility, which it totally is. Especially with the advent of the disruptive technology that we're going to be talking about today, which is stem cell research. So I think that some of the things I've seen in regards to that is absolutely amazing what medicine is doing right now in studies to be able to totally rejuvenate parts of the human body. It's absolutely crazy. And it, to me, just reinforces a belief that I've actually had for quite a while, that immortality is something that as a human race we should be shooting for. And of course there are people out there that think the same way, obviously, or they wouldn't be doing this stem cell research. But I just wanted to point out that with a big part of a moving part of our business is this internet training that I've gotten involved with through Project AWOL. And the leader of Project AWOL is like one of the only people other than Larry that has not given me that like look when I brought up immortality. He actually started reminding me about a documentary, Transcendent Man. I don't know if you can still find that on YouTube or Netflix or something, but I highly recommend checking it out. And yeah, it's all about how there's no reasons why our bodies and minds can't continue to grow rather than disintegrate, and how longevity is more and more important in society and becoming more and more something that people are aiming towards in life. So I think with the stem cell research that's going on, it's like a giant leap towards, wow, this is really happening, and it's like so exciting to see. So Larry, did you have any opening comments on the stem cell research? No, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Oh, okay. I missed the last part. It was kind of broken up. Having some issues with my computer. But yeah, just add on to what you're saying. Yeah, I think there's people that are for stem cell research and stem cell cloning and things like that. And there's people that are against it. Why people would be against it, I think it has something to do with religious beliefs. However, you know, if someone has, I can think of some people that have some serious health problems with bones and joints and stuff relating to their physical body, and I think that there is the option of, you know, having that stem cell technology, you know, incorporated into your body. And I don't think it's that complicated. You know, well, I shouldn't say that. It's not something you can do in your kitchen. I think they've been doing it for a lot of years, and we just didn't really know about it. However, it's kind of gotten into the newspapers and stuff, and I can remember years ago seeing a photograph that I don't know if it was photoshopped or what, but there was a human ear growing on the back of the mouse. And I think people are probably pretty familiar with that photo that made it to the newspaper or wherever I saw it. I can't remember where I saw it. And, you know, that probably shocked some people when they saw that. And it was an experimental thing, of course. And whenever they're doing medical research, it's always a lot of experiments. And so now I think they actually have the ability where you can grow whatever part you need on your own body. And so because they somehow use these stem cells to create a new organism, whatever it is, like whether it's your liver or your ear is missing or some body part that you need to get replaced. You just carry it on your body until it's ready to be actually installed in your body, almost like putting a part in an automobile. And so, you know, right now I've got no problem with growing a knee on the back of my leg or on the on my shoulder to eventually get. I've got some problems with my knees, and it would be nice to have those parts replaced surgically. And so I'm a big fan of it, and I know people that are no longer with us that would have loved to have that technology. You know, I think Walt Disney right now is still frozen because he said when he died, he wanted to be able to be frozen, and then when they found a cure for whatever ended his life, can't remember what it was, Walt Disney said when they find a cure, I want them to thaw me out, fix me up, and bring me back to life. How they can do that, I don't know. All I know is that he's frozen in a very, very frozen state using whatever technology they used back in those days. Probably liquid nitrogen or something like that.
Isn't it cryogenic?
Yeah, cryogenic.
Anyway, yeah. Do you really know that Walt Disney is frozen somewhere?
I believe that.
Well, anyway, it's a legend, and definitely people believe that, but I don't know that we know it. But anyway, what I was thinking of as you were talking there was how I think a big part of the reason why people have this kind of negative attitude about, well, I wouldn't want to live forever, that's a bad idea, is because I think a vast majority of people, at least in our culture, tend to have stopped growing. They're adults and they're, you know, they have their careers or whatever, and so they just decided that, um, and so like Bob Proctor talks about, is that everything keeps moving. You're either going one direction or the other direction, and so many people have subscribed to entertainment type activities and maybe not the best diets, rather than continuing on in a growth process and moving forward and always being learning. A lot of people get stuck into the routine of daily life, and they subdue themselves to entertainment, and they tend to be going the other direction from growth and improvement to deterioration. So when you're in a body that hasn't experienced continual growth, when you get to a certain age, things start to decline and you don't feel that great. And so you think, oh, if I feel this bad now, how is it going to be like 20 years from now? I don't know if I want to like live like this for that long, because people, I think that it's at least in our culture in North America, I think it's very much a total, there's a certain segment of the population that, yeah, has totally declined towards disintegration rather than growth. And so in that decline, you have these ideas of, oh, I wouldn't want to live forever. But however, you would want, you know, your pet poodle to live forever because you love Fluffy and you want Fluffy to be there with you always, so you can pet her and play fetch, right? So, but for our own selves, I think sometimes we feelings of, especially if we're not having taken the best care of ourselves, we have feelings of we're deteriorating, we're getting older, and you're supposed to slow down when you get older, and you know, the growth doesn't have to continue at any time. You know, we're always learning, but you know, there's a difference between passively sitting in front of a television screen and learning from the images that are being portrayed to entertain you. You will learn from that process. However, it's much, much different than the process of actually sitting down and seeking out some expertise in some area of life that you're actually interested in, and being engaged in the process of creating that learning, not just passively absorbing information. So when you seek to be a forever learner and forever in growth, then the idea of immortality and using stem cells to make it possible that people have the kind of quality of life where they want to live longer. Because, yeah, if you're overweight and, you know, loaded with financial issues, or overloaded with stress, or you know, not getting proper sleep or proper exercise, then yeah, you tend not to feel that good. And if you're not feeling good now, then you think, I lived to be 100, how terrible would I feel then? When in reality, if you continue to grow, I believe that you can feel equal vitality and vigor and all those things much way into our golden years. And there's lots of examples throughout history of people that have maintained very, very healthy minds and bodies into, like, into their hundreds even. Like the people that, there's not that many of them, but all the people that have succeeded past 100 years of age, for the most part, have been people that were actually still in fairly decent condition when they passed, and they very few of them like died from some terminal illness or disease. They usually just kind of up and go in their sleep or something like that. But anyway, I don't really know if that's that's accurate. But my point was that yeah, if we can get to healthier bodies by the use of stem cells, where if, say, like someone's thyroid gland has quit producing the hormones that that gland produces to allow your body to function in balance or whatever, if stem cells are able to regrow that really important gland and put it into a person's body, like there's a huge segment of the population that it's either that have issues with their thyroid being imbalanced and they have to take medication. So I see something like stem cells, like they could grow a plant out of your own DNA and put it back into you, then, and it works, it functions properly, that could like relieve so many people's in so many ways, not only their health, but like financially, they wouldn't have to be having to purchase this expensive medication and being dependent on that. Instead, I think that the stem cell research gives so many opportunities for independence and the ability to have a better quality of life, so that more people are interested in the idea of immortality and start even seeing it as a possibility. Whereas I've kind of glommed onto this idea quite a ways back, and before stem cell research came along, I was very, very quiet about my ideas about immortality and why that should be a goal for humanity, because I was younger and maybe not as confident, and so I didn't want to engage people in something that I knew would be confrontational, because I've had the conversation a couple times. I was like, okay, yeah, people are like not interested in talking about that. That's not a healthy conversation necessarily. But now, with this new disruptive technology that's come onto the scene and into the human awareness, it's actually more of an engaging conversation where people are actually like, well, I see where that technology could potentially take us to this ends that you talk about. So it's like, dream comes true. Medical science is like on my thing, solving the problem I see, which is it's not so much the, like, for me, the whole idea of seeking immortality is that pretty much you're guaranteed that if you are going through your life with that in your mind, learning about what to do to create longevity, even if you don't become immortal and you don't live forever, you're totally going to live longer just by attempting to reach that goal. So it's super, super exciting to see that scientists all over the world are actually working on solutions to all kinds of problems that people have in regards to longevity and quality of life with longevity. Because, yeah, definitely, if you're in a sick or a body that's riddled with pain, yeah, you don't even want to live for the next 5 minutes, because, you know, you're in constant pain and it's not going to be fun. But if you can create quality of life where people have healthy minds and bodies, then why wouldn't you want that to continue indefinitely? And it's totally possible, I believe, with this new technology. And of course, it's just me and Larry who both support this technology, but feel free to leave a comment or contact us and give us your differing opinion. And because Larry touched on the fact that maybe religious people have an issue with the stem cells. Like I know with Jehovah's, they won't give their kids blood transfusions and stuff because of their religious beliefs. And I'm not sure what the argument against it is, but definitely if we touch on this disruptive technology again in a future broadcast, hopefully we can get someone on here that has a differing opinion and can explain what the objection could possibly be to this potentially life-saving, life-extending, and life-improving technology. Do you have some more thoughts, Larry?
Yeah, I think definitely that, like I said before, the possibility of replacing parts on your body as they become damaged. You know, there's so many different areas. Like, you know, when you look at what your alternative is, it kind of sucks because if, for example, you have, I was just thinking about what Dean Kamen has been doing a lot of with his inventing lately is providing people with replacement body parts that have been blown off in war, and their bodies have been basically mutilated by bombs and whatnot, where they don't have arms, they don't have legs, that sort of thing. He's been coming up with inventions to, I guess, substitute. You can't really say replace, but substitute those limbs with computerized robotic parts that attach to the body and somehow function through the use of some technology I don't know a lot about, but some kind of computer technology where your mind can actually control the body, those substitute parts. Now, when you consider what the options might be, when that happens in the future, they might be able to regrow the parts that are, I'm just thinking about how um, when the drummer for Def Leppard lost his arm in a car crash, and they tried to reattach it, but it didn't reattach because it was one of those things. It just developed an infection and wasn't attachable. I can see this whole stem cell cloning thing being possible. Can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yeah, how come you're just sitting there not talking?
I don't know. I just totally lost everything there. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
Um,
okay, well, we're
so
back.
what I was saying was that uh, the possibility of replacing the body part, or actually growing the body part back onto the body, is a possibility with this stem cell research, and that would be amazing to actually lose a part of your body and then have it actually replaced.
Oh, we lost you. So anyway, I'm still here, I believe. Hey, everybody. So yeah, stem cell research is just like this amazing frontier of possibilities, and I don't even know where to begin with some of the awesome things that they can do with it. I know that from a legal standpoint, some countries, specifically in the U.S., I believe, are having issues with being able to um, bring this technology to the people that actually want to use it. I think that it's actually only available in like tests, like studies, like maybe clinical studies or something like that. I don't believe that stem cell uh, therapies and stuff like that have really, really hit the scene yet. I think it's all still, as far as I'm aware, in an experimental stage. I know that I had a friend whose mother is in the hospital with cancer, and they had talked to the doctors about some information that they heard about stem cells on the TV. And here in Canada, the doctor basically totally shied away from even talking about it. Apparently, it's not proven to be effective or anything like that in a way that they're able to dole it out to patients generally. Like I said, I do believe that it's only available for like trials and stuff. Do you know anything about that, Larry?
No, not really. I don't think I've heard of that yet.
Yeah. So, but thankfully, the technology all around is moving so quickly that it shouldn't be long before doctors can actually use this technology to really, really impact people's lives in a positive way. I'm super, super excited for being able to future holds with this disruptive technology. It's absolutely remarkable what I've seen of it thus far, and I'm sure that there's lots more goodies that are going to come out of these studies and the ability of these amazing little cells to reproduce based on and given for